What's up, lovely people? This video is for the ladies. And men too, if you're watching. It's good information to know. My name is Nadav, and I am the founder and CEO of Lifestyle Perfected. We focus on emotional intelligence for all and emotional alignment. And as we know, our emotions create our thoughts. Our thoughts create what we speak and our experience of life, okay? So today we're talking about romantic relationships. Yeah, that's right. Everybody wants them. Once you're in them, it's a whole nother world. But specifically today I'm gonna talk about dating and aspects of how to date and what it feels like and what are the feelings that we want to create in dating. Okay, so one of the pain points that a lot of women will come to me with is saying, I can't find a caring man, like I can't find the right man. And if that resonates to you, just comment or say what's up. I've had many men and women, clients, come for coaching and just say, even living in New York, for example, one of my clients, she is a 35-year-old CEO, and she just said, there's no men in New York for me. So we're gonna get to that in a second. Now, let's talk about some of the data, okay? So, just to give you some good data, so we understand what's what, 42% of men say they're not interested in having a partner. Okay, so there is that aspect, right? 75% of people say they found it hard to date. And 56% of women say it's hard to find someone who's looking for a relationship. Okay, so this is valid. This is real data, right? Now, from knowing that, that empowers us to choose how we want to feel, choose what we want to believe, and take action in the direction of what we want. All right, so let's start by talking about the misalignment patterns around dating. Okay, these are the misaligned feelings and beliefs that create the situation that we don't want. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's that feeling. So let's talk about some of the undesired feelings. So there's fear of rejection. There's unworthiness, undeservedness, self-loathing, doubt, scarcity. So if any of these feelings resonate to you, write in the comment, just think for yourself, right? Like, what is that undesired feeling that you want to release? All right, ladies, so we're gonna take a deep breath now and we're gonna breathe out that undesired feelings. Let it go, girl, okay? Even though the past proves us right sometimes, it doesn't need to be that way. So, take that feeling you wanna release, breathe in, two big breath out, release it, baby. Now, from those undesired feelings come the limiting beliefs, right? So here's some limiting belief examples. So, I'm unworthy of love. It hasn't worked out in the past, and I'm scarred from that. And so, I'm repeating that pattern. I'm choosing men that may not be best for me or in alignment, but that way I don't need to get emotionally involved, right? And it'll work out the way it works out, it'll repeat, and I also get to be right about that. I doubt that I'm gonna be able to find the type of man that I want. I haven't been able to find the type of man that I want in the past, so why would I now? The type of men that I want don't want me. I gotta say personally, I felt many of these in regards to women, right? And it's something that we need to look at and deal with, and it brings that pattern forth. Now, what I want you to do is choose that limiting belief, and let's breathe it out, girl. Let's do it. You ready? So, breathe it out. I know there's pain from the past. I know there's challenges from the past, but it doesn't need to continue to be that way. Okay? Now I'm going to share a little bit about what the potential perspective is from a man, and it's from my personal perspective. Okay, so we grow up, and what we're told essentially is, as men, it's how many partners we have, how much sex we have, and how well we do it. And there's the natural part of it too, natural selection and all these aspects. However, that's kind of what we're taught, right? Like, that's what being a man is. And that's not a good combo, that natural desire to procreate with the, if we don't do it, we're not good enough. So that's one aspect. Another aspect is we want the love of our mothers in a certain way. And then when we don't get it in that way, it has us essentially try to be validated by women in the world. And I'm sorry, on behalf of myself, and especially in the past, and on behalf of men, I'm really sorry for the women that have simply been a validation tool for men. And what I needed to do was heal my relationship with my mother, really know that she loved me in the best way that she could, and I love my mom dearly. And I was able to start loving myself more and take that opportunity to shift my relationship to validation, because that was the key. Shifting my relationship to validation. I still love to be validated. I still, want to be loved and adored, but it's not coming from a place of I'm not enough and I'm not worthy. And that's that aspect when we can shift that undesired feeling and be in self-love and not try to fill that hole as a single person. That's key, and people recognize that. Now, from that place, what there is to do, and this is what happened with me, was I started realizing that, and I started calling women that I dated in the past and saying, hey, what was it like for you? And I'm sorry if there were aspects that hurt you. And some of them said, hey, Nadav, you're such a great friend to me now, it's all good. Some of them said, you know what, thank you for saying that. It was hard for me, the way that it completed, and there was things that were left unsaid, and I really appreciate that. So it was really important, right? And for me, the shift that I made was really into self-love, and this is a cliche thing, it's a common thing, is really when we can create that self-love, and I have other videos on self-love, so I won't dive too deep into it today. However, when we create those self-love practices and really be able to be aligned, choose partners that make sense for us. And sometimes it's like just knowing, hey, this is a person similar to a person I did in the past. Let me choose someone else. And sometimes that looks like going on a date with a best friend that you never considered as a partner, right? It's about breaking that pattern. So ask your best friend out on a date and send me a video. Let me know how it goes. But I'm actually mean it. It's like trying to date someone that's different than the normal person you do. And for women, there's that relationship to mom or relationship to dad, where it's like, if you didn't receive the love from your dad in the way that you wanted it, then you're going to choose men that repeat that pattern to one day prove and validate that you are worth it. And to all you goddesses watching this, you're totally worth it. You're amazing. You're more than enough. You are divine. Okay? So that's really key. So now let's talk about signposts. And these are the triggers and basically situations or people that lead to undesired feelings and beliefs that recreate patterns. When we bring awareness to them, we can shift them. All right, you ready? So, let me know if any of these resonate. When you see someone that you are attracted to and like, all of a sudden you go into this game, you're kind of scared, and then you try to act like you don't care, right? Or act differently. Or you feel like you like them and the unworthiness kicks in and you overdo it. And they're like, whoa, right? So there's two sides to that coin. It's really about being ourselves and sharing that. Another signpost is when you get to a certain point in dating someone and you sabotage it, right? Because you have those feelings of the other shoe's gonna drop, it's not gonna work. So that's another aspect. Another signpost would be when you're in a relationship and it's not working out, for example, and you feel like you're unworthy, you're not gonna be able to find someone better, right? So just being aware in these moments, and during dating, right? Like, oh, that person said something in a certain way, or we're on a date and it didn't happen exactly the way that I wanted it to, and now I'm gonna be like all weird about stuff, right? Or another signpost would be like when he doesn't text you back immediately, and then you start playing the text game. So there's this aspect of just releasing those things, right? It's being committed to a possibility but not attached to an outcome. And that really takes something emotionally to be able to have our hearts open and at the same time balance with our head, okay? So it's about not being too logical and, creating these patterns and scheming and things like that and being calculated. And it's also not always about just jumping in full-heartedly, right? It's about that balance. And how do you constantly monitor head and heart and be able to create that balance? So that's something that's really key. All right, so those are the signposts. Now, let's talk about the aligned feelings and beliefs that we want to have. So the desired feelings are self-love, appreciation, compassion for ourselves and for the person we're dating, right? It's not easy. Being connected, being vulnerable and authentic. Okay, so those are those feelings. So let's take a moment here and take a deep breath in and choose the feeling that you want to have in the area of dating, in romantic relationships, and let in, right? So take a deep breath in. Feel it in your body. Take another breath in. Feel it in your body. Take another deep breath in. Good. Now let's take those feelings and create the beliefs that we want. I love myself enough to know that I'm dating amazing, aligned people. I'm worthy of having an incredible dating experience and meeting the love of my life. I know there's an abundance of heart-centered, beautiful, and fun and connected men. I have compassion for all men in the world and what they're going through that would have them, let's just be honest, do some of the stupid shit that they do. I have compassion for that. So let's choose an empowering belief and integrate it into our bodies, right? So take an empowering belief, either one I said or one that you want. Let's take a deep breath in. Let it in. Bring in that empowering belief. You're a goddess. You're amazing. Now, I'm going to give you some vision, okay? And we got to hold a vision in the area of relationships. So some of the vision are, I'm dating incredible men enjoying it fully on the way to being with my dream man. Another vision. I love myself so much, so wholeheartedly, that adding a romantic relationship to my life is just make it even better. But it's not necessary. I feel so connected when I go out on a date. It's so aligned that I don't even mind if it goes further or not. I'm not attached to that. And then that big dream vision. I'm in the most incredible, loving, connected, impactful, adventurous, sexy, sensual, exciting, heart-bursting relationship. Why don't you do a rewind there, listen out again, and say it to yourself. Okay? So, now I'm gonna give you some actions to take. This is what you can do in the process of dating. Okay, so firstly, write down what your ideal partner is and your ideal relationship is and who you are ideally in a relationship. So take the time to write that down. That's number one, okay? Number two, look at how you feel in relationship to that list. Notice as those undesired feelings are coming up, those desired feelings are coming up. You need to get to a point where you are fully embodying and embracing the feelings you want to have in relationship to that list. Okay? Now, with dating, there's different ways to meet people. Through friends, at coffee, working out. Do the things you love to do. Do what you love to do. Make the time to do what you love to do. I just did a video on life balance, so you can search it as well on our channel. And do those things. You're gonna meet someone who loves to do those things as well, okay? Now, when you find someone, when you're ready to go on that date, this one is one of the most important parts. When you're out on the date, share this alignment pattern. Share vulnerably. And here's what it looks like. So I want to tell you what I'm looking for. And share that. So it could be, I'm just looking to have fun right now and kind of explore what happens, feel connected. You know, I'm looking for tantric lovemaking, not anything committed. One example. You know what? I'm at this point in my life where I'm just so ready and open for my dream partner. And that's what I'm here for. And here's how I want to feel. Here's how I want it to look. Here's what I'm creating. How does that make you feel when I say that? And what are you looking for? Now, whatever your vision is, share it, right? So I shared two. One, vision of just having fun and playing around. Another vision of having fun and being committed, right? So it doesn't matter what your vision is. Now, most people don't do this because they think the person's gonna judge them, run away. Here's what's gonna happen, ladies. Here's what's gonna happen. He's either going to say, check please, and run away. Well, guess what? You didn't spend all that time finding out a month later after you already slept with him or after you already, did what you did, right? And wasted all that time, sadly. It's only a waste if we don't learn from it. But so one, he's either gonna run away, or he's gonna say, wow, you know what? That was beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your vision with me. That really made a difference for me. I personally am not looking for that right now. Like, I'm not looking to be a manho, or I am looking to be a manho, right? Or not looking for a committed relationship, or I am. But if it doesn't align with your vision, now, first off, you know that on the first date. Secondly, you are able to create something. So if it's not aligned, you're like, oh cool, we can be friends. Let's have fun. Maybe we know people. They might say, yeah, I'm gonna refer you to my friend who is looking for that, right? Or they are gonna align with your vision, and poof, that's a big step. You know that vision is aligned, right? And you created this open space to keep doing that. So that's one thing that I just know works really, really well. And I had one of my clients, just the cutest, amazing woman. She's now married with a baby, such a happy relationship. And she's the one that I was describing earlier in the video. And when we were coaching, I would say, okay, give her those, that encouragement, that coaching. First time she went out, she didn't do it. Second time, at the end of the day, he walked her home and she said, I need to tell you something. Can we walk around the block again? So she walked around the block and told him in that specific one, he said, hey, that's not for me. What was great was that she got that then. It's so important, okay? If there's anything you take away from this. Now, if this resonates to you, then message me, write us, ask for support, because we have opportunities and programs that you can work with us on. The other aspect that's so key is you gotta enjoy dating. You have to figure out how to enjoy it. And so knowing what you want, saying yes, vetting people, making sure that they are the type of person you want, right? And doing it that way is so key. And in my experience of finding my great love, is this aspect of kept aligning more and more and being like, I'm only gonna date this type of person that inspires me, that does personal development, that is passionate about what they do. Obviously, I'm attracted to them physically and has their values aligned with mine. And I would ask because I cared about that. If they don't, that's fine. We don't need to date. And that made such a difference for me. So if this resonates to you, share it, send it to someone. Make that difference for someone. Let us know what you think. I'm sending you so much love. My name is Nadav again, and signing out for Lifestyle Perfected. And I want to hear how it goes. Okay, so comment and write us. Let us know how it goes. Send you so much love. Mwah.